something else that's just happening very soon, January 1st. And I saw this, and this is going to change the game of cinema for people that are not Disney. And I think Disney's going to hate it. They're going to fucking hate it. And they've fought for before, and they can't do it anymore. They can't stop it. And that leads me to our feature story of the night. Get it. Happy Friday! Way over. Anyways, everybody, so Mickey Mouse is becoming public domain. That's right, Mickey, the House of Mouse is becoming public domain. That's saying that any Dick, Jane, or Harry can make a Mickey Mouse movie. So you're going to get, and I guarantee January 1st when this happens, Mickey and Minnie, I'm not going to leave Minnie out. Minnie's fucking awesome too. Love her both. The best mouses in the whole world, the most mice in the whole world. They're fantastic. Well, coming January 1st, doesn't matter who you are, you can actually make any kind of Mickey Mouse. It goes back to Steamboat Mickey. His persona can be out there in movies, and anybody can do it. It's happening. Now, this has happened to a lot of IPs. Look at Winnie the Pooh. What happened though? Winnie the Pooh became public domain. You got Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. You're going to probably get Mickey Mouse, cheese and blood. I don't know. Bloody cheese. Who knows? I bet the first thing you get is a horror movie with Mickey Mouse. And the next thing you get is maybe a rom-com with him. I don't know what you get. There's a guy actually that tried to do a Mickey Mouse spinoff. It was like back in 1971. He did this whole thing. And this is what you're probably going to get. Because people like love Mickey Mouse and he's such a child-friendly thing. But in 71, this guy came forward and he launched this whole project and he made this whole comic book. And it was about Mickey Mouse, of course, getting oral sex from Minnie Mouse. Okay, he tried it.
We'll make a horror movie next. Mickey and the Mousetrap.
That might be happening. This guy tried GR though.
But
this guy tried. He got sued. Of course, he got sued. They settled, but he says if he has to do another project since then, he could actually be charged $190,000, $10,000 more for legal fees, and a year in prison after that loss. Because Disney had to put a statement like, "You do not steal the mouse." But now, come January 1st, the mouse is free. The mouse is free for anybody to have fun with and explore any kind of avenue with. So here's the whole thing of this. I saw this and I thought, oh, Mickey Mouse, they're gonna hurt the way that his persona is for children. Because Mickey Mouse still, like my little nephew loves Mickey Mouse. Loves him. And kids have loved him. I grew up with Mickey Mouse. A lot of people grew up with Mickey Mouse. It's going to really kind of damage him. Disney's been fighting this for a long time. It's worrisome, but I know, I joke about it, but I guarantee, and we can joke about it all night, I guarantee the first one we get is like a horror movie with Mickey Mouse. And then after that, we'll see what happens. But is this a good thing? I mean, the public domain is a good thing, I think. It allows people to have use music a lot of times for projects like us that are growing and developing. It lets them use likenesses for people like us too, growing and developing. But also, it does hurt an IP sometimes. So we hear about this. GR.
Weird Mouse P? Is that what you're talking about?
Weird Mouse P. Weird mouse porn. You might get weird mouse porn. That might happen. And I don't know if we want Mickey Mouse porn, but you might be getting it very soon. Merry Christmas to you all.
That shit already exists and you know it, so you don't need
it. does. Now you get legal mouse porn. Legal Mickey Mouse porn.
Okay.
Yeah, legal mouse. Mickey's legal now. So, GR, what do you think about this? This is a good thing. Do you expect a flood of movies, TV shows, projects, independent feature stuff where Mickey Mouse will be doing things you never expected Mickey Mouse to do? Or do you think that people leave Mickey alone and let him be the wholesome family name we've known forever?
You did a Mickey Mouse.
Do I think they'll leave him alone?
I did.
Hell no.
You have to drink.
People will do anything for money.
Yep.
Yeah.
But, after 90 years or however long it's been, Mickey's been around, he's older than me, so I know he's very youth deprived. But that's the politically correct way to say old now, Lexi.
Yeah.
It's fair. I agree with you.
Is there something you want to see?
People are going to make money off him. There's no doubt about it.
And that's the thing, though, like Racer X is saying, like, he is the symbol of Disney. Does this hurt Disney? This coming out and being like free local domain, or I should say free domain for people?
No, it's not going to hurt Disney.
You don't think so?
No, because the kids aren't going to be seeing the crap that they're going to put out, and the adults are going to go, "Fuck, that ain't Mickey Mouse."
Will it make money, GR? Will all their stuff make money?
A lot? No. Will it make money? Of course it will, because people will watch anything.
Yeah.
GR is
love
not
it.
familiar with Rule 34.
What's 34? I said Fast and Furious multiple times too, and I messed that up. Oh, he's drinking. He gets it. He's getting in there. But yeah, Lexi. So we hear about this, right? There's Torbett. Yeah, Torbett. We hear about this. Okay, so of course it could damage Disney. I don't know if it will really, but do you think there will be a flood of projects coming out January 1st? I think people are writing scripts already to be like, how can we exploit Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse? What kind of like crazy damning things can we have moving forward? Or do you think that we're just overreacting right now about this?
Well, as was stated in the chat, it's specifically Steamboat Willie. So it's only the black and white, like Steamboat Willie IP.
They're going to be careful with it, though. They're going to have fun with it.
The one that's going up. So it's not any other versions of it. It's just that version, which is and
Minnie Mouse 2 is also part of it, though.
Okay, so but it's like the black and white one. So it's not any of the color versions or any of that. And basically any of their stuff, after the fact, the color versions and stuff like that, they're basic mascots that are their central IP. They are not going to have that happen to that. It's just you got to drink, man. And
I am.
And that's the one that's getting affected. And I don't know if you watched the Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, but he is trying to get the Steamboat Willie rights. So he's following the copyright very heavily with all of this, and he's doing everything in his power to get his hands on it so he can do really fucked up stuff with it on his show, too. Oh, geez. So, I love John Oliver. He's the best. I do, too. So I really genuinely hope John Oliver gets it because, like, he's created he has, like, a, costume suit guy that comes out and is doing all this fucked up stuff on the show with it right now. So it's been good this season. I've been following this, so I know what's up as far as like who it is and what it should be and whatever. Is it going to affect Disney? Not at all. Steamboat Willie. And as far as their ability to put it on merch and sell it, they could put it on merch and sell it. It's public domain.
Will it be like a black and white Mickey Mouse, you think?
Yeah, it's just the black and white one. It's the old school Steamboat Willie.
So that's the whole thing, though. It's pretty much the same thing, though. So I guess they'd have to do like a black and white horror movie. Would it be?
Yeah, the only one that you could do would be the black and white Steamboat Willie. You cannot do like a color version or a modernized version. So it would have to be
noir Mickey Mouse. We're gonna get film noir.
Yeah. So it'd have to be all black and white. So whatever fucked up shit you're doing with it would have to be animated, probably, or in that realm, or whatever. But you could go hard like Fritz the Cat style if you wanted with it. That real like Max Fleischer, like old school, really tormented, fucked up kind of style with it. Like really push it over the edge if you wanted. You know what I mean? Because I am totally here to see some distorted animation with it, but as far as like the blood and honey shit and all that kind of stuff, that stuff was tiresome. Like it wasn't very well made and all that kind of stuff. But I'm always here for some creative animation. So
I think it'd be fun. Ron, is this going to affect Disney? Do you think that Disney is not? I mean, they have tried to fight it for a long time, and public domain comes up all the time for everything. So, do you think this will affect Disney? Will people exploit it too far? And do you think that Disney is like doing kind of any PR damage right now, like trying to like figure out how they can fight this since it is happening January 1st?
I think it's going to be the shiny new little thing in the room, and everybody's going to want to do something with it. And then with the attention span of gnats like Americans have, it'll be done in like 2 months. Business back to normal.
You called it.
Would you watch like a horror version of this, like a black and white film noir Mickey Mouse?
That'd be fun. Why not? Why not?
Do you think there'll be a lot of Mickey Mouse sex things coming out too?
Dude, that was just in my head. How did you get that? How did you get that?
You don't need to like worry about that. Rule 34 exists. It's done.
Mickey is coming out of his he's coming out of the Steamboat, everybody. He's coming out of the Steamboat. He's whipping the big mouse out, and he's gonna have a good time, I think. And It's very intriguing, and this is gonna honestly. We've seen this for a long time. Again, we talked about before Blood and Honey. Of course, people are having fun with the Grinch. They did the Grinch one too. That wasn't the same thing, but they're having fun with that. And I think this will just like it's a weird thing that becomes horror movies, but they're cheap to make. And of course, why not? People are having nostalgia and they have fun with it. But Mickey Mouse, everybody, it's crazy to me. It's really crazy. But Ron, there's gonna be a lot. I think there'll be a lot of them to run. I think there'll be a bunch. You're right. It'll probably be a fate.
Period of time.
Blood and Honey has a sequel, but beyond that, like nobody else is doing it. So maybe it'll just be like a phase, and then they'll just let it go.
That's how I see it.
There's this ignorant idea that horror movies are easy, and that we'll just make a horror
They're cheap.
movie.
That's all I say. They're cheap.
Not. They're incredibly complicated. You know why they're cheap? Because people who make them are assholes. You know how many fucking horror movies I've worked on? Oh, trade for portfolio. You want me to go do like hundreds of thousands of dollars of effects work for fucking trade for portfolio? That's why they're so fucking cheap. Because they're all made by fucking cheap asses who don't want to pay anybody, and they want to make these movies and think they're going to be a fucking making all this money off of it by making all the effects people and all the people that they're actors and treat everybody like shit because they've got this idea in their head that they can fucking make a horror movie and treat everybody who works on them like shit. There's like scumbags make these like movies, man.
Rachel's comment about Snow White, they're going to make a fortune off that when it comes out.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
The comment you make about that.
Mickey, not so much, but Snow White, yeah.
That's that whole movie too. They made a whole movie. It was like $300 million or something like that, and that's having a massive backlash already.
Ron has experience in what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, and I wanted to.
That's why he's laughing.
What's happening here, everybody?
What I wanted to interject with that was everybody thinks that kids TV shows, easy peasy. They shoot themselves.
The same thing. You know how many puppet shows I've had to work on that never went anywhere?
So hard than on a kids show. And the last 8 years that I was actively working were kids shows. It was crazy.
They all get this idea in their head that these are easy things. And I'm like, you know what's easy? Comedy. And I'm like, I don't know why nobody ever goes to comedy. I'm like, comedy is so fucking easy to do. And I'm like,
I was in comedy. Yeah.
You guys all jump on horror. And like you said, a kid show. And I'm like, a kid show requires making foam suits and all the time characters and like having a really solid actor because you need a person who can work with kids and who can like play a character who can cater to kids.
Right.
Like comedy is like really you can be yourself in comedy, and as long as you're funny, you can just really play well. Like the best comedies are people who are just naturally like playing themselves. Like like Superbad, where they're just really just being themselves. They're not even like whatever. Comedies people are trying to force comedy, those are bad. You know what I mean? Like just being natural and just like but like horror is complicated. It requires acting. Absolutely. Well, horror also requires a really good like scare actor who's like knows what the fuck they're doing. Like there's a whole talent that goes into this. Horror is a complicated genre. The best horror movies have very talented people working on them, and I'm like, you guys are fools. Every time some joker comes in, we're making a horror movie. Sure. I'm like, oh, so you have a really high budget for blood effects then, right? Oh no, I don't have any money for that. You're going to do it for me for peanuts. Trade for portfolio.
Trade for portfolio.
Fucking portfolio.
I just think though, yes, it's tough. I get it, but everyone says they make them cheaper, and I think that's why we go there sometimes. But your comedies are very cheap to make, and look at Adam Sandler. He's fucking banked off comedies his whole career. They've done for cheap, done it well. He keeps making this Netflix bling bling money projects that do really well for him. Good for him. Comedies are easy. You have to be very crafty when it comes to horror, especially with the special effects. And a lot of times, those people who are true artists, like Lexi, they don't get enough money to actually do it, and they have to be more creative than they should be, but they're fucking amazing, and they make stuff out of nothing, and people take advantage of it. And so everyone thinks it's going to be cheap, but it's because people take advantage of artists that are fucking amazing. At the end of the day, though, I get it. Mickey Mouse, I see a horror movie coming. I'm just going to say it. It's a trend. It's a trend happening right now, and because Mickey Mouse is going to be public domain, and you can't stop it, Disney. It's done. You can do whatever you want. Everything else, you can buy all the properties in the world. You can square root that son bitch, turn it sideways, stick it up someone's candy ass. But at the end of the day, you can't stop Mickey from being public domain. Holy Steamboat, and then eventually, coloristic Mickey will be also public domain. But the problem is
that a new word?
Coloristic. That's what I'm saying. That sounds better. Coloristic Mickey will be public domain, and when that happens, then the true mouse will be let out, and then you'll have to, that Disney will have a big problem. I think. But
You'll
Disney
see
still has a
things
problem.
change when you get to the color one. And
Yeah.
people in the chat are talking about Snow White. There's an excellent Snow White horror movie, Snow White: A Tale of Terror, with Sigourney Weaver.
They'll have fun making Snow White porn movies. Is what
I
they'll
love
make.
Sigourney.
You're getting all. I bet they're out there already.
It's one of the best horror movies ever. If you ever get a chance to see it, I highly recommend it. So if you guys are looking for a Snow White horror movie, one already exists that has Sigourney Weaver, and it's excellent. So highly recommend it. I think it's from like the late 90s, early 2000s. So it's old school, but
That sounds fantastic.
oh, it's amazing. She plays the evil
Put the
queen.
link in the chat
Sigourney
later.
Weaver. So like, I mean,
It's so great.
yeah,
Oh, I saw that
she's
one.
fucking incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
it's amazing.
It's well done.
I love Sigourney Weaver.
thank
She's
you.
still looking hot. But Mickey Mouse
Absolutely.
is getting let out a little bit. Everybody, 100 years, public domain. Let him out. Let the mouse out. And
You
have
just
fun,
want to get
people.
drunk, don't you?
Have fun. Have fun, Mickey Mouse. Have a good time because it's Friday. Mickey Mouse is out. And have fun. That's all I'm saying. Merry Christmas.
Yo, player, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pep Star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.